Wherever you are, allow yourself to rest within your being and create this sacred time and sacred space for your satsang, for your luminous self, and for your essence of being to rise through you and to obliterate all doubt upon your path. This satsang is for your full alignment. This satsang is for you to root in your essence of being, to stabilize in pure awareness, and to move outside of distorted realities. So, here we go. Allow yourself to get in a comfortable position for you. There's no right or wrong way for this. It's simply what you choose, what you feel is right for you. The more you are guided by your intuition, the more you listen to your own wisdom, the more deeply rooted that you will be in your wisdom and in your power and in your truth of being. So, allow all distractions to be let go of. Fully give yourself this sacred space for you, because this is your life, this is your experience, this is your destiny, and you came here to wake up to your immaculate self. So nothing else is a priority before this. So allow yourself to shine, allow yourself to emanate, and when you're ready, you can keep your eyes open or closed. If you keep your eyes open, I recommend you look slightly downward and focus on a point on the ground in front of you. And keep your eyes slightly open. I recommend, if you keep your eyes closed, to keep your inner eye focused upon your third eye within you. But anything you feel guided to, please follow your own intuition. Allow all thoughts to dissolve. Allow your breath to be natural. Allow yourself to inwardly and outwardly rest. Feel the muscles in your body relaxing, releasing tension from your body and from your mind. Allow your being to be soft but alert as you abide in awareness. You are resting as the uncreated one. As the naked self. Allow your posture to be still. If any motion arises in your physical body or in your inner world, just observe it. Detach from inner commentary. If an energy arises, simply observe without attaching a narrative to it. If resistance arises, just notice it. Don't attach an identity or a thought or an emotion about yourself to what arises. Simply abide as emptiness. Environmental sounds are part of your satsang. They are not separate from the satsang. They are here to assist your path. If you're waiting for something to occur within you, notice that is just a thought or a desire. Release it and continue to abide as emptiness. Do you have a location in which you can find yourself? Are you limited by your age? When you abide as awareness? Are you limited by form? As you abide here? Are there any identities pulling on your field? If there are, just observe them. Don't fuel them. Just release them. They don't give anything to you as awareness. They cannot give anything to you as awareness. If your eyes are closed, slowly open them. If your eyes are pointed downward, slowly look up. Noticing how the formless awareness is not changing. Whether your eyes are open, whether your eyes are closed, the awareness is here, is present. What is the purpose of giving yourself the space to abide as awareness? How does this benefit you? The ego identity which arises within the awareness comes in all of consciousness, arises and is created by a relationship and by a story about yourself, about the world, about believed in relationships. And when these occur, there creates an entanglement of frequencies and energies and beliefs and emotions And when you come to satsang, you create sufficient space to untangle those, to see them, to perceive them. And at first, the awareness almost is covered or masked by the identities. But as you come to satsang, you observe, you abide as awareness. The identities begin to drift away, to fall away. And you abide as presence, you abide as awareness. And as this occurs, many aspects of you can fall away. And many realities that you've lived, that you've partaken in, can also fall away. Because the realities which were intermingled with identity, with behaviors rooted in identity, with actions rooted in identity, with personality rooted in identity, those begin to come off. Those begin to fall off, to break off as you abide in awareness and perceive them and allow them to drop away, discard them, allow them to fall away, to dissolve. So this allows you to stabilize in your presence, to stabilize in your being, to more and more not entertain those frequencies which pull down the being, which pull down the luminous self. And so as you allow this to unfold within you through your sacred devotion, you begin to open your own wisdom, which doesn't need to drink wisdom from another source, which can continue to drink its own nectar and its own wisdom that flowers through the unveiling of your awareness, of yourself as awareness. And if you look in the world, and if you look throughout humanity, a lot of the world and a lot of life is to create an identity, to create a very solid notion of a person, a personal construct, which is an identity. And this usually, and most often, which we can see clearly in the world, it's a binding force, an identity. It's not a freeing force. Even if you chose the most ideal identity for yourself, what would happen over time? That identity would feel restrictive to the being, would feel binding. And then a new identity would have to be formed in order to rise higher, so to speak, into a new reality. But there is a big problem with this in society, because by discarding personal identities and replacing them with new ones, instead of simply allowing the luminous self to dance freely in the reality. Now what occurs with the changing of identities, and this is in opposition to what satsang is, the changing of identities is simply removing one mask and replacing it with another. And often the reason why this is adored and revered in society is usually for the striving to succeed in a very particular way, but that is usually rooted in an egoic construct. And this is very easy to see with discernment as you begin unveiling all of the identities that arise within your being. So when you unveil these energies within yourself of identity, then you can perceive these in others. Other beings' identities also can assist you to remove your own. So nothing is wasted in consciousness. Nothing. No experience you've ever had was a wasted experience. Everything that you perceive can be used for your being, for your path, for your liberation. So if you perceive an egoic construct within yourself, you observe this and you bring your attention upon your own awareness. In your unity of awareness, your luminous self, all identities dissolve. All identities dissolve. So if one arises within you, whether it be an attachment to a way of life that perhaps is rooted in the life of a particular ego, or whether it is to adhere to social rules and constructs of society, or culture, or family, or this sort of nature, then you begin perceiving these a lot more swiftly, more easily, more gracefully. And as you perceive them, you're able to abide, empty, clear, bright, luminous. Luminous. And those identities continue to drop away. Drop, 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 drop. And it's like the fall leaves falling off the trees. Now they've just begun to start falling off the trees. In a way, it's this naked self revealing itself within you. And as you allow this process to occur, you are becoming happier, freer, brighter. Because the ego, as it appears like a chain, like chains. It is the opposite of joy, the opposite of liberation. And this is how you can know within your own being what is ego and what is you, the luminous one. You will be able to see it, to discern it clearly, like night and day. This is how clear it will be within you. So, as you allow yourself to rest, to be vigilant with thoughts that arise, emotions that arise, identities that arise within you. The more vigilance you can cultivate within yourself, out of love, vigilance that comes from love and devotion, not out of fear. This vigilant love becomes a deep devotional practice for you to abide as awareness, you to abide as the Immaculate Self. And you will see that you will be thoroughly tested. You will be thoroughly tested. It is so important, and it happens naturally and organically upon your path. So, as these tests come, know that they are to sharpen your discernment, to anchor your being, and to bring you to the nectar of truth within you. Even when energies arise, because many beings on the path say that they're on the path of healing. But if you feel that you are on the path of healing as well, it's important to thoroughly investigate who within you is saying that you are on the path of healing. And this can be a very difficult one to discern, especially if you've been on the path of healing for a very long time. But all thoughts that arise within the being, all thoughts, can be observed. And see it now. See it within your being. Don't take anything at face value until you've registered it within your own being and checked and sat with it yourself. But you can check in now, in this moment. So, if the thought arises, oh, this still needs to be healed, notice how that is simply a thought that's attached to an emotional relationship. And usually they go hand in hand, okay? But stay with me now. If you can see this, you will free yourself on so many levels that you will be flying. You will be soaring. So stay with me. If you can see these thoughts and these emotions associated to healing, running hand in hand through the meadow, but you, as awareness, can witness their dance, frolicking through the forest, then you, as awareness, are beyond that arising within you, that arising of the healing construct. Okay, so can you see how that is simply an orb, an experience? You know, some of you may consider that to be trauma as well. So it can have heavy names. Any of it can. And very serious too. So this doesn't diminish the experiences. This doesn't bypass the experiences. This is not saying to say that you didn't have those experiences. But if you can see that anything arises within you is simply arising within the vastness of your awareness, then watch to see what happens as you abide as awareness instead of intermingling yourself with what's on the periphery. Now, what's on the periphery can sometimes feel like it's right here, okay? But that too, which is here, must be questioned as well. Because even what arises within the consciousness is most intimate to you. As you abide in awareness, like a leaf floating down the river, that leaf is still passing through the river of consciousness. So, as you continue to abide as the luminous self, these, even what seems so dense and heavy, fade into the distance as you become anchored. And you become anchored by not feeding those distortions that arise within the being. So if you can do this, if you can honor your awareness, yourself as awareness, who you really are, then that which arises, which would have normally bothered you, it no longer hinders your spirit. You are free of those things. So this is how you bring your power back to your holy self, to your sacred self. And through all the experiences that you will have in your life from the time of your youth to the time of your old age, as you abide with awareness, the pure light of the self, you will be able to move through experiences more gracefully, with magic in your steps, in your breath, with an inner experience of unshakable connectedness to who you are. So, as you move through your experience, through your life, through your days, allow Satsang to reveal and continue to reveal your luminous self to you. And as you allow this process to take place, you will continue to see the depth, the beauty, the wisdom, and the magic of life that is constantly available to you, that is constantly flowing to flow through your veins. And you will continue to eradicate what is unnecessary, what binds you and what limits the being. So I thank you for being here, for tuning in, and may your satsang continue in every step. May you continue to confirm within your being your true original source and your true original nature.